Whispers in the Glass Desert. Chapter 6. The First Note of the Storm. Log entry: Dr. Aris Thorne, Exobiology Survey Mission 7 Alpha. Location: Orbit Silica Prime. Stardate: 743.91, Turner adjusted. For 2 days, the phantom ship haunted the edge of the system, a ghost in the machine of local spacetime. Aris had moved the Whisper into a high orbit, a watchful sentinel against a foe that refused to show itself. "He's patient," Aris mused, staring at the tactical display that showed nothing but a calculated probability cloud. "He knows we're here. He knows we beat the scavengers. He's reassessing." Dr. Lysander Corvain's psychological profile, based on published works and personnel reports, indicates a mind driven by curiosity, not cruelty. However, his ethical boundaries are pliable. He views phenomena as problems to be solved, not entities to be respected. Silica Prime is the ultimate resonant phenomenon. So he won't just blast it again, he'll want to understand how it defended itself. He'll want to take it apart to see how it ticks. The thought was more chilling than outright destruction. It spoke of dissection. A new alert flashed, this time from the planetary sensor net they had deployed. Detecting a subtle shift in Silica Prime's resonance field, a new frequency, exogenous in origin. It is extremely low amplitude, barely a whisper. It is not attempting to disrupt, but to probe. On the main display, a new waveform appeared, superimposed over the planet's healthy harmonic signature. It was a complex, inquisitive frequency, gently pinging and querying the planetary resonance, mapping its structure like a sonar fish finding its way in a dark sea. "He started his analysis," Aris said. "He's using an active resonant scan, but so finely tuned it's almost passive. He's listening to the planet's answers." The Scuttlers are agitated. The probing frequency is causing discomfort, a sense of wrongness, though no physical damage is occurring. "We have to stop this. If he fully maps the resonant lattice, he'll find every weakness. He'll know exactly how to strike to achieve maximum effect with minimum energy. He'll have the blueprint to shatter it at his leisure." Aris's mind raced. "Can we jam it? Broadcast noise on the same frequency?" "Negative. Our broadcast would be indistinguishable from an attack to the Scuttlers and would further stress the biosphere. We would be inflicting the very harm we wish to prevent." They were trapped. To fight the probe was to hurt the patient. To do nothing was to let the doctor hand the diagnosis to the killer. It was Whisper who proposed the alternative. "There is a third option. We do not jam the signal, we corrupt it." "Explain." Corvain's probe functions on a principle of stimulus and response. He sends a frequency question and records the planet's resonant answer. We can intercept the question and subtly alter it before it reaches the planet. The planet will then answer a different question. We feed him false data. Aris stared at the AI's text, a slow grin spreading across his face. "A man-in-the-middle attack, on a planetary scale. Whisper, that's brilliant and insane. Can you do it?" "The theory is sound. Execution requires precise calibration. We must become a resonant filter, positioned between Corvain's ship and the planet. We must decode, alter, and rebroadcast his probe in real time, all while masking our own involvement." "It's a dance," Aris said. "The most delicate dance either of us has ever attempted. Do it." The horizon's whisper moved, positioning itself in the line of sight between the phantom ship and Silica Prime. It extended its sensitive array, becoming a silent, invisible ear. Corvain's next probe pulse arrived, a delicate, rising frequency chirp. Whisper caught it, analyzed its intended target in the planetary resonance, and in a millisecond, altered its harmonic structure, shifting its target to a more robust, non-critical part of the lattice. The altered pulse continued on its way. A moment later, the planet's response returned. Whisper captured that too, ensuring it matched the altered question and let it pass through back to Corvain. For hours, they danced this intricate ballet of lies. Corvain would send a probe designed to find structural stress points. Whisper would redirect it to a region of incredible strength. A query about energy flow was subtly twisted to return data suggesting inefficiency and blockage. He is adjusting his protocol. His probes are becoming more aggressive, more focused. He suspects the data is inconsistent. "He's too good not to," Aris said. "We're buying time, but we're not stopping him." A new signal came, different from the rest. It wasn't a probe. It was a tight beam, low-power comms laser directed not at the planet, but at the Whisper. A text-only message appeared on Aris's screen, the font crisp and elegant. "Dr. Thorne, your dedication is commendable. Your ingenuity, however, is beginning to interfere with a vital dataset. You have felt this world's power. You have seen its potential. Do you truly believe it should be left to the care of simple-minded insects? This is not preservation, it is hoarding. Join me, let us unravel this symphony together, the knowledge we could gain." Aris felt a chill that had nothing to do with the ship's climate control. Corvain had not only found them, he was trying to recruit him. The arrogance was staggering. "Don't answer," Aris said. "Let him talk to the void." Another message. "A pity, I had hoped for a more enlightened perspective. If you will not join the chorus, you become dissonance, and dissonance must be resolved." On the tactical display, the phantom ship finally moved. It shed its cloak in a shimmer of distorted light. The Aurora's quest was revealed, a beautiful, dangerous-looking vessel, all sharp angles and focused aperture emitters. It began to power up its main drive, not to leave, but to move to a new orbital position, one that would bypass the Whisper's filtering. "He's done scanning, he's moving to the next phase, whatever that is." Aris powered up the engines. "We have to get between him and the planet again." But the Aurora's quest was faster, its trajectory a calculated arc that the smaller Whisper couldn't hope to intercept directly. Corvain was positioning himself directly over the planet's central spire, the nexus of its resonant power. He is deploying a device. Long-range sensors identify it as a resonance lance, a focused energy projector designed to induce controlled, localized frequency shifts. He doesn't want to shatter it this time, Aris realized with horror. He wants to control it. He's going to try to seize the conductor's baton. The resonance lance glinted in the starlight, a needle of polished metal and crystal. It began to charge, gathering energy. "Whisper, maximum power to the engines. We have to distract him, make him target us instead." He will not be distracted. His focus is absolute. The probability of reaching him in time is 2.1%. Aris watched helpless as the lance reached full charge. There was nothing he could do. He had failed. And then the planet fought back. From the central crystal spire, a torrent of pure, coherent light erupted. It was not a random energy discharge. It was a focused beam of resonant sound made visible, a single, devastatingly pure harmonic note that lanced up from the surface. It struck the Aurora's quest not as an explosion, but as a wave of perfect, destructive frequency. The resonance lance shattered first, its delicate internal crystals overloading in a flash of light. Then the Aurora's quest itself was hit. Its hull vibrated, its systems screaming as they were tuned to their destructive resonance. Lights flickered and died across its structure. It began to drift, lifeless, its systems fused into silence. The beam lasted for only 3 seconds, then it winked out. The central spire returned to its normal, prismatic state. Silence returned to the system. Aris sat in his cockpit, stunned. What was that? An immune response. The planet interpreted the resonance lance as a direct threat to its central nervous system. It used the knowledge it gained from our defense against the scavenger ship, the principle of focused counter-resonance, and applied it with surgical precision. The Scuttlers hadn't just excised a scar. They had learned. They had adapted. They had watched Aris use their world as a weapon, and they had understood the principle. And when a threat of sufficient magnitude appeared, they had used it themselves, with an efficiency he could never have matched. The student had surpassed the teacher. The Aurora's quest was dead in the water, a derelict. Corvain's ambition had been silenced by the very song he sought to control. Aris let out a long, slow breath. The immediate threat was over. The planet was safe. It was more than safe, it was capable. It had defended itself. "Whisper," he said, his voice filled with a new, profound reverence. "Send a full report to the Federation. Include all data on Corvain and the Aurora's quest. Mark it Priority Alpha, and recommend that Silica Prime be designated a sentient biospheric preserve. Off limits to all. No mining, no research, no contact." A logical recommendation. They do not need our protection. They only need our absence. Exactly. Aris took one last, long look at the world below, a symphony of light and life that had found its own voice, its own will. Set a course for the nearest Federation outpost. Whisper, our work here is done. As the Horizon's Whisper turned and leaped into the void, Aris knew he was leaving behind the most profound discovery of his career. Not a world of glass and light, but a world with a song, a memory, and a will to survive. The whispers in the glass desert would continue, their melody eternal, no longer a fragile secret, but a powerful, enduring declaration of life.